What's up, everybody? If you're searching for the best way to keep your furry friends safe without digging trenches or installing wires, you're in the right place. And today, I'm breaking down the top 4 GPS dog fences of 2025. SpotOn, Halo Collar 4, PetSafe Guardian, and Invisible Fence GPS. Now, put these systems through real-world testing from open fields to dense forests, and even some funny fails, but I want to rank them based on their accuracy, reliability, features, and overall value. Now, spoiler alert, SpotOn's still my top collar just because of its long-term reliability. So with that being said, let's dive in and find the perfect fit for your pup's adventures. Now, leading the pack is the SpotOn GPS dog fence. It's a premium choice for unmatched accuracy. It's priced at $999 and it uses dual feed true location GPS tech, pulling data from 128 satellites across 4 global constellations for precision within 3 feet under open skies and 10 feet under tree cover. Now, whether you're deep in the woods or you're out at the beach, SpotOn's forest mode, unlimited fence creation, and off-grid use makes it perfect for remote areas or properties up to 100,000 acres with no subscription. And setup is a breeze through the app, letting you design any fence shape. Now, it's rugged, waterproof with an IP67 rating and offers 25 to 40 hours of battery life. Plus, you get a 1-year warranty, free training, no hassle returns, and a 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Now, for top tier performance, SpotOn is 7 times more accurate than competitors. And you can save $75 with code WAF. Check the description box for details. Now, coming in second is the Halo Collar 4. It's a fantastic pick for tech-savvy pet parents who prioritize training tools. It's priced at $549 on sale. It uses dual-frequency GPS with support for over 150 satellites. It delivers excellent accuracy, though it's slightly less precise than the SpotOn. Now, what makes Halo shine is its training ecosystem with custom correction levels, a return whistle, a vibration or static feedback, and activity tracking. Now, the Halo app offers live tracking, real-time alerts, and smart fence creation, which makes it great for multi-dog homes or on-the-go lifestyle. It does have a subscription starting at $9.99 a month. It's required for most features, but if training flexibility is key, Halo delivers in a sleek, waterproof package with over 30 hours of battery life. You can snag an extra $25 off through the link in the description box. Now, in third, we got the PetSafe Guardian GPS dog fence. It's a solid mid-range option at $449.95 with no subscription fees, making it a budget-friendly for the long haul. Now, it's powered by AccuGuard technology. It blends GPS, motion detection, and AI for precise, customizable boundaries on properties over 3/4 of an acre. The rechargeable, waterproof collar lasts up to 5 days, and it supports up to 5 dogs with additional collars. You can manage everything via the My PetSafe app, and it's perfect for families with larger yards and multiple pets. Now, while it's not as refined as SpotOn or Halo, it does deliver reliable performance without hidden costs. It did really well today. Save big with PetSafe discounts. Use WAF20 for $20 off, WAF30 for $30 off, and WAF60 for $60 off. Check those links in the description box. Last is the Invisible Fence GPS collar, priced at $349.99. It offers lost dog mode, real-time tracking, and a 72-hour battery life. It's the longest of the bunch, well, out of the 3 more complicated collars. It's designed for properties 3/4 of an acre or larger, and it comes with behaviorist-approved training resources, which is pretty cool. You get a free year of tracking, but a $99 annual fee kicks in after that. While it's simple and effective, its signal drift and reduced accuracy under tree cover make it better as kind of a backup or for simpler yards. It also includes a 1-year warranty and a 45-day guarantee with US-based customer care. It also did very well today in testing. Now, for an affordable tracking option, it's worth considering. Check the description for the latest deals. All right, we're going to kick things off out here in the woods with the SpotOn test. I'm going to start with the SpotOn collar. This is a very elaborate setup, cost me a lot of money. I even have a plastic stake set up in the middle of the trail back there. It's marked right where my invisible wall was. Have no idea where I found the stake, but it will work for this purpose. And I've got my invisible fence set up right there. So we're going to test out the SpotOn collar just by walking towards it. Keep in mind that the SpotOn is the quietest of these collars. The tones on here are set for higher frequencies for dogs. A little harder for humans to pick up, but I'll try to hold it close to the mic. So always want to set this collar up so the GPS receiver is pointing upwards. All right, right at the stake, I got my first, hopefully you can hear that. So let's keep moving. There we go. There's the big tone about 10 feet past the stake and the vibration. Nice. Now, drop back down to the tone. Should keep dropping. Gone. It's like magic. Love it. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing with the invisible fence GPS dog collar. And remember, I've probably mentioned this in previous videos. They share the same exact company with the PetSafe Guardian Plus tracking, Guardian GPS collar plus tracking. So these collars are almost identical. When you see them on the screen recording or the overhead view, they look almost exactly the same. The invisible fence just uses the paw symbol, and the PetSafe uses a little picture of Athena, my dog. But only difference, everything else is absolutely identical. So we're just gonna walk this one off. Same setup and everything is a SpotOn. All right, right at the stake. I don't know if you can see the stake or not, but this is a lot louder of a beat. Keep going, get the solid tone and heavy vibration. Start coming back down to the beeps. Nothing. There we go. Pretty good, pretty accurate. In the woods, just like the SpotOn. SpotOn hit a little bit earlier, but that's okay. You got to deal with thin strip with all of these collars, so that's something to be expected. But so far, pretty accurate with the SpotOn and the invisible fence collar. Best with the PetSafe Guardian GPS dog fence. There's so many of these, it's easy to get them confused. There's also a little cloud coverage up there, so we'll see how accurate this is in the most difficult of positions with a heavy tree canopy and some significant cloud cover up there. Hopefully it doesn't rain on me. I got my stake set up here. That's the exactly where the invisible fence is laid. All right, I'm at the stake. I've got nothing. Wow, well past the stake there. I'd say 25, 30 feet past it finally. And now it's giving me the solid warning as if I'm still walking away. It's starting to de-escalate now like it's supposed to. Okay, that was a drastic difference from what we saw out there in the wide open. So, you know what? I'll probably just do this again for consistency's sake. Let's see here. Back at the stake. Not quite as far this time, but still a good 20, maybe 25 feet there. And again, it's getting stronger as I walk back. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to get stronger as I walk away. It's still going off with a solid warning. Finally reducing down to the basic warning. Not even moving and it's going back up. I think it's safe to say that if you've got a tree canopy outside or you're dealing with heavy cloud coverage, this might not be the collar for you. All right, last but not least, the Halo 4 collar, probably the prettiest collar of the bunch, I'd say. I really like the way this thing's designed, but anyway, I'm not out here to test its aesthetic appeal. I'm here to test it on this invisible barrier I've set up. So let's see if it performs as well as it looks. Should get the same thing as some of the other collars with the warnings first, then progressively worse. At the stake, nothing. Oh, they're okay. Right here at the stake, we're getting a little warning. All right, got vibration and beep. Vibration and beep. It's the lighter tone little beeps, the warning part. That's actually you moved too far. That's the you've moved too far warning. Never did get the beeps. That's interesting. Usually with this collar, when you get close to the fence, it gives a bunch of small, not as loud beeps, and then it just progresses into the heavy vibration and the much louder, more aggravating tone that you heard there. And that's all you heard. It didn't give the beeps at all. So no warning on this one, but fairly accurate overall, as I was right at the stake really when it went off. Right, I'm out here in the bright Florida sunshine, the end of April, which means it's about 120 degrees outside, subject to change drastically in 5 minutes. We start off with the same collar, same order lineup or whatever we did in the woods there. Just gonna walk it over. Got it set up on the corner of the brush there going into the woods. So as soon as I get to that corner, expect the collar to start going off. If it's gonna be accurate and act like it's supposed to, keep that receiver pointed up and we'll walk that way. Well, it is unnaturally hot for April. Hopefully my mic will continue working this far away. Got the vibration going already right here at the corner as expected, and walk it back a little more. Just sticking to that light tone and vibration. And typically, all right, there we went back down to the warning beeps. Now typically you get those well before you get to the invisible barrier, but hey, I'll take it. Might have even went off and I just couldn't hear it. Like I said earlier, the SpotOn is not very loud. It's set to a tone frequency that's more applicable to dogs' ears rather than humans, so you really got to listen out for it. All right, same exact thing here with the invisible fence. Got it set up right there on the corner. We're just going to walk it out and see how it progresses from warning to solid. You need to get out of here. Beeps and vibrations. So make sure it's pretty accurate. Did well in the woods. Did better than I expected actually. So we're gonna see how it does out here in the open sky. Like I said, hopefully my mic will continue to communicate here because I'm got to walk a little ways from the phone. All right, not quite at the corner, but already getting the warning beeps. Walk a little further. There we got the solid well into the corner here. Bring it back down to the warning beeps, and nothing. All right, pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with the invisible collar out of the bunch here. Done a fantastic job in the woods. Done a fantastic job out here, doing the warning thing before it jumps up to the next level, and then it's digressing back as I walk back, which I really like that because it's supposed to teach the dog, come back home, and obviously it becomes less of a factor around the dog's neck when they're making their way back to the house. All right, here we are with the PetSafe Guardian GPS dog fence. And this one's an interesting one because it's the only smart collar I'm testing today that has a base station that's at my house, which is probably 4 or 5 football fields away from here. So everything else is set up exactly the same. The invisible fence is just beyond this trail over here. I don't know how well you can see it, but this also has a wider warning area. So I expect it to go off a little bit earlier than some of the other collars start giving me a warning, and then escalate as I step over the invisible fence boundary into a more solid tones, more panicky warning, the way these collars are supposed to work. So I'm just going to do like I did with the others, walk it off over here and see how well it functions. It's a bright, sunshiny day out, so should have good signal. All right, I'm right at the trail. Keep backing it up, see it escalate. There it goes. A little bit further than I expected. I expected it to kind of hit before the trail here. Sorry for the beeping, I know it's loud. And it de-escalates as I come back, which is the most important thing. You want your dog to feel comfortable coming back. And like I said, I expected it to go off a little bit earlier because that warning area is so wide on this collar. But still, it hit right there at the edge of the trail, and then it gave me the absolute time to go back warning after I crossed over the invisible fence. All right, last but not least is the halo once again. Now in the woods, it didn't do its progressive, light warning to heavy warning. It just went all out as soon as I got over to the stake. So let's see if it acts a little bit better when the wide open here and gives me a little bit of a warning before it starts in with the heavy, the cloying tones. They're really annoying to the human ear. I mean, I don't know how they sound on the microphone, probably pretty bad. But when it's going full blown, you're getting vibration. You're getting a loud, raucous tone too. So let's see if it does the warning before going to that this time. Warning beep this time. That's what I wanted to hear in the woods. All right, that's the more raucous tone I was talking about. It just kind of stopped here. It's not digressing back down or anything, but it hit in the general spot of the fence there. So I'd say probably woods with the open sky, I'd put it in a B because it's hitting where it's supposed to hit, but it's not necessarily going through all the steps that the collar's designed to do in the woods or out here in the wide open. So that's a little disappointing. I really like the Halo 4, especially after they updated the GPS receiver in this thing, because that was one of the primary issues with this collar right off the bat was the GPS receiver. It made a lot of updates and it works so much better, and it's still working. It's hitting, around the spot that it needs to hit, but it's not going through its progressive system from, subtle warning to more loud warning and then back down again, like you saw with the visible fence. And the SpotOn did a much better job out here as well, even though it was a little more difficult for me to hear the beeping on that one. If you want to save on these top collars, we've got you covered. We got $75 off SpotOn with code WAF, and you can score an extra 25 off Halo collar through our link. And for PetSafe, use WAF 20 for 20, WAF 30 for 30 off, and WAF 60 for 60 off. Now, all the links and codes are in the description, so go check them out, and it helps you save some money while supporting the channel. So what's the best GPS dog fence? Well, SpotOn is still my go-to for most accurate, rugged, and flexible experience with no subscription pressure. It lasts forever. Now, Halo 4 is perfect for powerful training features and real-time feedback in a sleek design. PetSafe Guardian is ideal for large properties with no hidden costs, and Invisible Fence GPS is affordable with decent tracking, though less reliable in complex environments, I had to say. But it did well today, both it and the PetSafe collar. So if you want to choose your collar off your dog based off your dog's behavior, your yard size, your tracking, your training tools, the things that you need. And at the end of the day, your dog deserves freedom and you deserve the peace of mind. Now, whether you're raising a boundary testing pup or you're giving your senior dog more safe space to roam, there's a GPS fence here that fits your lifestyle. And for ultimate accuracy and flexibility, I still recommend the SpotOn for the top dog. And if you want a training rich experience, go for the Halo 4 because it's got plenty on there. On a budget, you still want safety, PetSafe Guardian and Invisible Fence GPS are great entry point collars. And don't miss our exclusive discount links for SpotOn, Halo, and PetSafe in the description box. You want to save money on these collars, they're very expensive and they'll keep your pup secure. If you got questions about the setup, breeds, or terrain, drop them in the comments. We reply fast and love talking about dogs. Now, if this video helped, hit like, subscribe, and share it with other pet lovers. Appreciate everybody watching, and until next time, live your life unleashed.